Prior to coaching with Lori, I was at a very low place in my life. Kind of went through a life crisis like some of us do. And I tend to soothe my pain by eating and overeating. And I know better, but I think the pain at that point was so pronounced that I didn't want to think about it or be responsible. Obviously that took me to a very sad and low place. And at one point in my life, I used to enjoy being thin and fit and wearing nice clothes, and I wasn't able to do that anymore. I felt frumpy and very uncomfortable. And then a friend told me about Lori, and I decided to give her a call. She told me enough that I felt courageous enough to at least make the call. And so I was pleasantly surprised and comforted as I talked to Lori that being over 40, that I wasn't interested in connecting with a very young trainer that maybe has not dealt with weight issues. I really needed somebody other than just sharing nutrition ideas or suggested exercise. I really needed somebody to be have empathy for where I was at. And I definitely sensed that in Lori. She also had experienced being overweight and depressed about it, and she conquered that and has continued to maintain. And so that really inspired me to want to work with Lori, because I felt a great sense of connection, acceptance, and credibility after our conversation. So that made it safe for me to allow her to work with me. When Lori entered my home, I had the pleasure of having her come to my home for sessions. It was like a ray of sunshine walking through my door, very positive and just enthusiastic about, and not in a false way, just inspiring. And we would sit and again, she was a great, and continues to be a great listener, and listening with her heart, great empathy. And I so needed that at that stage in my life. There was so much shame that I was feeling and beating myself up for allowing myself to get so out of control. So that was, I think if Lori just came to share facts only and show me a few exercises, I don't know that I would have continued working with her. So I am so grateful for her willingness to go above and beyond and truly coach with her heart too. I really, at that point, obviously longed so badly to want to look better in my clothes, and just to be able to strut my stuff again, and to walk with confidence, and to know that I looked good again. And I was just at that point so far from that. But Lori gave me the confidence that I could get there. I could get there if we worked together and I listened and chose to implement what she shared with me, that I could reach that goal. So I was willing to go on that journey with her. I finally had to hit a low, unfortunately. I guess that happens to some of us. My knees began hurting so badly, and that had never happened to me before. And it's like I finally hit that wall I had to hit, where I realized I couldn't go on anymore like that. So I was willing at that point to embrace Lori's eating suggestions and start getting a exercise routine that was made just for me, made for a person that was carrying way too much weight, and that my knees were uncomfortable. She was very sensitive to gearing my exercises so I felt comfortable and I felt successful. Because if you don't initially, then you're like, I can't do this. It's too hard. So I was so thankful for that sensitivity once again to take me where I was at, so I could reach that goal. And as of today, I have lost 65 pounds, and I have more to go, but I do have that spring in my step again, and I like to smile more, and This summer, I actually put a bathing suit on, and I'm enjoying my life more to the fullest than I have in a long, long time. So at this end of the journey, I can see that I was choosing, keyword choosing, to keep myself in a prison of no fun and so restricted about clothing choices and activity choices and mood because of my poor choices I was making, and I don't want to ever go back there. So I'm so eternally grateful to you, Lori, for guiding me along the way so I can enjoy my life.